dirty Moors, yeah. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I'm saying, I know what dirty Moors did, I know what dirty Moors did. I'm going at dirty rappers, lynching dirty Moors too. Hiding literature that Drew wrote to warn you. They claim to make you Muslim and make you sovereign. With paperwork and filings, with fiat they rob it. They don't care about his words, throw it out like garbage. Or throw it at you when you're active, not passive. When they wanna talk a bounce like off a trampoline mattress. Treat them like a vamp or a teen actress. Get stamped with the brand like a mean savage. This Inquisition divine, all others average. Millennium renaissance, heroes in our classes. Fed up with the czar controlling fascists. Ask if they heard about Moors, they say no. But Masons, they obviously know. Down to handshakes and rituals with skull and bones. They even know about owls burning Bohemian Grove. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. Dirty Moors killed Drew. I read the FBI papers on loyal Moors, emergency fund rapers, Moorish literature and divine bylaw changers. Might as well say Drew Ali was born in a manger. Prophet pushed poison aside and his food smelled danger. Got me treating every Moor like a stranger. Grand Sheik Punkin stumbling drunk in their feds. What was proclaimed for every meeting was not read. Some Moors are so active, Prophet can't be dead. Thanks Moorish teachers away, I can't be led. Actions speak, then I consider what's said. And what's said was study, then study yourself. Honest to the Prophet, noble Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. Everybody wants to be just like Drew Ali, but nobody wants to care about Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to Drew Ali. I know what dirty Moors did.
Now, what were you saying? Because I couldn't hear y'all was talking. Hold on.
Yeah, I was saying particularly what we've done so far as United States government and all its successors and agencies. So anything that is encompassed under the United States government will be under that. That's the lien we just recently did. So yeah. I mean, I don't know if that answers your question clearly, but yeah, that's one we did. Yeah.
Okay, now my question is, right, because, United States government, right, because we're working with a couple of titles here. Alright, United States government is what, the CEO of the corporation, or is it the state or the union, like the 52 states? Because, there is no fucking government. So,
well, pardon the interjection.
I'm trying to understand how this.
Pardon the interjection. Also remember that because you're dealing with de facto people, you can't hold them to law because they're de facto. So whatever you think the remedy is that you're gonna be enforcing on them, they already have their de facto 20 moves ahead to get out of it.
Okay, that part there, yeah. But that's not. I'm trying to find out. Cause see, when I hit, it's strategic. It's to the head. It's not just to the feet, the arm. You understand? So I'm trying to see which head that was. Like if I hit IMF, that's 196 countries. It's a United States organization that's in charge of 196 countries.
No, they're in charge. They're in charge of 196 corporations. They're not in charge of no countries. Only corporations are.
196 companies. Okay, they're in charge of 196 companies. So that's IMF. If I hit the UPU, they're in charge of the globe, practically.
And the globe is a corporation.
Right, and so but yeah, that's now you see how you say, and the globe is a corporation. So if we hit the corporation, do we hit the globe? That's the question.
No, that's what I'm saying, because they've been doing de facto work for so long. We already know Moors who, whether it's lean, sue, complain, whatever, these people are still here doing what they're doing. So obviously the leaning and the suing and all that stuff, doesn't stop them. Because if you lean, you're going to be using their paperwork to go lean. You're going to be using their office to go lean. If you're going to go sue, you're going to be using their court to go sue. They're not gonna throw their boy under the bus.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I comprehend what you're saying. However, this is a different jurisdiction right here. See, all of the Moors and all of the whomevers that's out here, they're not in this jurisdiction.
Which jurisdiction?
It's because of choice too. The jurisdiction of the empire, of the divine government, the republic. They're not in a republic.
No, but a republic is. But a republic is for foreigners. The republic's not for us.
Excuse me. No. We are the republic.
No, we're not. We're not the republic. We're indigenous to the land.
Let me first know who am I speaking with.
This is Kudjo L.
Okay. Greetings. Now, I'm not really here to go back and forth. It's too early in the AM. What I'm saying, right? I don't know if you're in our jurisdiction or are you of the Moorish side. Temple, I don't really know you.
No, I'm both. I've had a temple since 2008. I'm the Grand Sheik for the temple, the first temple in Toronto.
You're in a different jurisdiction than the Moors and the Empire.
No, I'm not. How am I in a different jurisdiction? I'm in Morocco.
Moorish Science Temple.
Yeah, I'm in Morocco.
You're a religious corporation.
No. Moorish Science Temple was set up by Noble Drew Ali, wasn't it?
And it's a religious corporation, honey. You may not know.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a theocratic government. It's not a religious corporation. Somebody lied to you.
It says on 299. It says corporation.
It's not
religious organization.
It's not a religious organization. Why would a religious organization have a national flag?
Okay.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I've had a temple. I've had a temple since 2008.
That's great. There's 300 temples, and that's why there's a lot of mix-ups.
No, there's a lot of mix-up because people sold out Noble Drew Ali. There's a lot of mix-up because people sold out Noble Drew Ali. That's why there's a lot of mix-up.
There's 300 and odd temples.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. 90% of those temples are a fraud. No, there isn't 300 temples. There's probably about 12. Because everybody sold out Noble Drew Ali, including his own. And these people who sold out Noble Drew Ali have been the ones that everybody's been looking to as the representatives of Moors. When that's a fraud, because all the 90% of the temples sold out Noble Drew Ali. I'm telling you that from being a member and a Grand Sheik and a Grand Governor and a Divine Minister of the Moorish Science Temple. I know what they did to Noble Drew Ali. I'm not confused. I'm not one of these temples that we're sitting here, we're praying to Noble Drew Ali and singing hymns and all that. I'm not one of these temples that went to Canada Corporation or UDOT Corporation to file papers to get some type of papers from them. We're indigenous to the land. We're not some corporate entity. That's not what this is. We don't exercise like that. We have our own tags out here. We've been had our own tags out here for the past 12 years. So I know what we brought to this, as far as looking at it from an indigenous perspective, not looking at it from a religious corporation perspective. We're not a religious corporation. We're not registered like that. I don't know about all these other temples that you've been dealing with, but for ourselves, we don't play that temple building BS that you hear people playing out there, calling themselves Moor Science Temple. So whoever you've been dealing with, that's them. Don't put me and put our Moors in the same category. You're putting the other people who we know, those people are sellouts. That's why we don't mess with them. Why do you think all these Moors on Facebook are coming at me how they are? Because they're getting called out for being the sellouts that they are. Because where's their temple at? They're talking all this BS online. Where's their building at? Like I said the other day, I could put the key in the door and go to our building. And it's not registered as no 501c3. We're not getting no finance from the government to run our stuff. Zero. We don't get anything from them people. Everything we do is with our own finance.
Barbershop. So I looked up your stuff, and it says it's a 501c3.
Who you looked up whose stuff?
I looked up. Don't you have a temple that's in a barbershop?
No, you're not. You're dealing with the wrong Moor. I don't have no temple that's in a barbershop.
You don't have a barbershop at all?
No, I don't.
You never had a barbershop?
No, I don't. Never, ever had a barbershop. I don't know what Moor you think you're talking to, but this ain't him.
So Kudjo. It's Kudjo, right?
Yeah, Kudjo L.
It's Kudjo L. Candyland.
Canaanland. Ain't no Candyland.
Canaanland.
Only traders call us Candyland.
I mean Canaanland.
Yeah.
You know Janice?
Do I know who?
Janice and there's some other Moors over there that I done business with. And they was dealing with you.
Who's Jan? I don't know who Janice is. Who's Janice? I don't think you're dealing with the right Moor. You're probably talking about somebody else, but I never had a barbershop ever.
Okay.
And this is exactly to my point, that this is why there's confusion, because you have all these Moors out here who they have 501c3s, they have religious corporations, they have incorporated temples and all that stuff, and everybody's looking at them as if they're some type of authority when they're not.
Yeah, they not. Ain't none of them really got ain't none of them got the real answer to this shit. None of them.
But that's the whole point. That's the whole point of what.
And I don't think to be with all due respect to you, I don't think you have it either.
I got more than them. I'll tell you that. Because like I said, we just in January, we just celebrated our 13th annual Noble Drew Ali Day out here. And nobody was doing anything Moorish out here before we were doing anything. And like I said, we've done lectures from Asir, we've done lectures with Taj, with RV Day.
Look, this is what I be saying, right? This is what I be saying. See, Asir got a brother that's my little brother that I just finished talking to. I'm kind of upset with him right now, but I love him to death. He got an ID from the Duke of Tears, and the Duke of Tears told this man to go put his Bay title on a driver's license with the DMV and a state ID.
Yeah.
That's what the Duke of Tears instructed this Moor to do.
Yeah.
So when he get jammed up, I had to get him out of the situation that he was in because he was instructed to do that by him and paid him $1,500 for that to go to jail. So this is what I'm saying. We got to stop calling out these names. Even like with Tahaka,
Yeah, well, forget Tarka. Forget Tarka, because he ain't Tarka's everything else except a Moor, so he's not even worth talking about.
Yeah, all right. So
Because I don't mess with Tarka.
We both know he's an Asian.
Yeah, I don't mess with Tarka.
Right,
He's
so
Asian
my
for
question
sure.
to you,
Yeah.
and this is the question that I keep asking. I'm an emperor. I got a state exemption that's old as the empire that I say I'm in. That no IRS, no 501c3s, no 9A trust, no 9-digit numbers. I got the organic exemption that my great uncle had, Hanover Bay, same exemption. Where he annexed all these territories.
Yeah, but if he annexed out,
same exemption.
if he annexed all the territories, then why is the U.S. Corps state jurisdictions still exercising like they have territories?
They operating how they operating because of the people don't have the right shit.
What's the right shit?
Why.
The right shit is a nationality. That's it.
They don't have the right information. They don't have the real empire. They have not came to the real empire and got the real information. They got these subsection groups who's pushing out information.
Bro, everybody's the empire. Everybody's the empire. Drew Ali.
This is what I'm saying. All right, so if you say, I hear a lot of more say that Noble Drew Ali had a vast estate trust.
That's BS.
And that Noble Drew Ali was a sovereign or of a sovereign nation.
Drew Ali wasn't a sovereign. He was of a sovereign nation, but Drew Ali wasn't a sovereign. Sovereignty is not an individual thing.
Okay, all right.
Just like nationalities. Just like nationality is not an individual thing.
So I'll prove that to be false in 1 minute. I'll break that. All right, so hold on, General, because I want to get this out. If Noble Drew Ali was of a sovereign nation, why did he incorporate a sovereign nation?
He didn't incorporate a sovereign nation. Why would he incorporate a sovereign nation? That doesn't make any sense.
So, Noble Drew Ali did not incorporate the Moorish Science Temple?
The Moorish Science Temple is not a sovereign nation. You just said that's a religious corporation. So how is it a sovereign nation and a religious corporation? Yeah, so that's what he registered.
So you're telling me that if I go to a church, the pastor got a 501c3 and I'm a member of this church.
Yeah.
That I'm not subject to what the church go through? I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, that's if it's a church. Moorish Science Temple is not a church. So why are you bringing up churches?
It is a church.
No, it's not. Why is it a church? Like I said, 90% of the Moorish Science temples are sellouts. So because 90%... Hold on a second. Listen to what I'm saying. I have a charter for Moorish Science Temple of America. I got that charter from Moors who were Grand Major Temple in Chicago, Illinois. The charter that I have from them is signed by the individuals who were my National Grand Sheikh and who were my Divine Minister. Because when they left Grand Major Temple because of sellouts over there, they started their own temple. Because they already had all the info, they already had the charter, they already had everything to be what it is that they're supposed to be. But when they realized that the people who were claiming to be down with Noble Drew Ali and all that stuff had gay porn and all that stuff, they left. And they started distributing charters to anybody who wanted it, just like Noble Drew Ali told these Moors to do since the 1900s. That they weren't doing. They were playing ownership games with what Noble Drew Ali brought. So your perspective of what Moorish Science Temple is based on these 90% of individuals who are a fraud. And then now you're trying to tell me that I'm a religious corporation because I'm called Moorish Science Temple of America when I don't have any affiliation with them people. I don't even go to those people's convention because I know it's BS, because I know they're sellouts. And I know exactly what you're talking about
Ma say something because she's been waiting to speak. So, Ma, go ahead.
Yes, peace and more love. Okay, what we're dealing with is not personal perspective. We're dealing with what is registered for the temples. And the temples is registered under a religious corporation.
Not all the
now,
temples.
I'm just sure. Hold up.
Don't say the temples. Don't say the temples.
Hold up, please.
Or,
Hold up.
No, they're not, because we're not. Because we're not, so you can't say they are.
brother, what's the name you pick? Because I can pull it up right now.
Yeah.
I got access to that.
Okay, let us deal with what is facts.
No. Give him. Hey, ask him. What's the name of your temple, good brother, so we can make it, so we can see if this is factual. What you saying?
Moorish Science Temple of America, Subordinate Temple number 5, Toronto, Ontario. Address 2530 Eglinton Avenue West. You're not going to find us on some registration with some de facto people.
Okay, let me ask Mr. L.
Moorish Science Temple number what?
5.
One second, George. Number 5.
Temple number 5. Toronto. Make sure you put Toronto in there, because we're not in any of the United States. We're in Toronto. We're in Canaanland. We're what they so-called called Canada. So don't look at us as any other temple that you ever dealt with, because we're not affiliated with any of them. Zero.
Okay,
None of them.
Let the computer answer that.
But it says that your domicile is in Chicago, right?
Bro, how am I in Chicago when I'm telling you I'm in Toronto? What are you talking about?
Okay.
No, are you not listening?
So the temple, the main temple is out of Chicago, all right. But you say you don't got no affiliation with that. All right, go ahead, General. Go ahead, Ma.
Yeah. You know, I could comprehend when certain things is unknown, but when we're speaking, we're not speaking just to be talking. We're speaking according to what is there in the computation. You're in the computers. You know, we're not jumping on people to attack them. We are the ones to come to set this thing straight. And there was some tricks in the past that led up to today that a lot of people is not really knowing of how they got tricked up. Now, we're not trying to jump on no one. What we're trying to do is to rectify and claim what's ours. But we can't do this if you got this more saying one thing and that more saying the other thing. It seems like we don't know what the hell we talking about. That's why we go straight to the facts. I hear Morris come in here and talk about the Treaty of Tripoli, but they're telling me about prophets and Muhammad. And in the treaty, it tells you that prophets and Muhammad is from the Dutch Anglo-Saxons. So what did they do? Not read it all the way through? Because that's what we got to be on one note, one nation. We can't be a religious corporation and an empire. That's not going to work.
Yeah, but you're preaching to the choir, because we don't say that we're a religious corporation. So I don't know who you're talking about when you made that statement just now, but don't put us in that category, because we're not them people who you're talking about.
But if you claim that Noble Drew Ali is your prophet, then you fall up under that.
No, I don't. Why would I fall up under that when I know Morris killed Noble Drew Ali? What are you talking about? Is Noble Drew Ali your prophet? Yeah, he is. He's your prophet too, isn't he?
Okay, then. Well, you fall up under that.
Isn't he your prophet too? Isn't Noble Drew Ali your prophet too?
No.
Who's your prophet?
I'm my prophet.
No, stop this madness. Stop this. How is he your prophet?
Why would I worship shit outside of myself?
Who's worshiping? Who said worship anybody? Ain't nobody say worship anybody. Who said worship anybody? What are you talking about?
Okay, hold on. I just was telling you that in the Treaty of Tripoli, it breaks it down about prophets and Muhammad. And you came right back and fit to
Zodiac Constitution. No, we're going to go a step further. It's not in the Treaty of Tripoli. It's in the Zodiac Constitution, Article 7. No prophet, no churches, no Mohammedans, no none of that shit. CM Bay said that. In the
Okay,
Zodiac
and
Constitution,
so if that's the case, right? Then why did CM Bay file his filings with the Library of Congress under Moorish American, which Noble Drew Ali brought? If he's not down with Noble Drew Ali, stop this madness.
Hey, look, I'm not saying. Look, this is what I'm saying.
What you mean? CM Bay said he's Moorish American, right?
That's a good question.
Didn't CM Bay? What's your nationality? Let me ask you this question. What's your nationality? What's your nationality? Are you Moorish American? Is everybody on here Moorish American? Is everybody on here Moorish American?
Hey, we don't do
No, we not Moorish American.
What are you? What's your nationality?
I'm a Moor.
What? No, what's your nationality?
In this group, we allow, if we ask a question, we allow the answer until there's a point. We don't do run on, and we don't do talking over someone when they talking. That's not good.
No, but if you're wrong, you're gonna get talked over.
Nobility.
If you're wrong, you're gonna get talked over. Stop it.
So what I was saying when you asked that question, when you said, are we Moorish Americans? No. Do we have a prophet? No. In Article 7, it speaks about that. But when I asked the elder that same thing, he said, well, Noble Drew Ali kicked CM Bay out of the temple.
No, he didn't.
I said, this shit don't make no sense.
No, he didn't. Noble Drew Ali didn't kick CM Bay out the temple.
That it's a conflict here that Noble Drew Ali is saying he's a prophet. CM Bay is saying in the Zodiac Constitution that all Moors are supposed to be under. It's not no prophet. That's Dutch Anglo-Saxon shit. And we don't go into temples, mosques, or synagogues. So if I can show you right now, well, these Moorish science temples is registered in the churches and synagogues.
No shit. I already know that. That's why I don't fuck with them.
And you saying that you got a prophet.
Bro, I have a prophet. Every other nation has a prophet. Buddhists have a prophet. Christians have a prophet. Muslims have a prophet. Everybody else has a prophet.
I'm not gonna put no words in.
Everybody else has a prophet. Everybody else has a prophet. Stop the madness.
That's a public record where he stated that at.
Bro, listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Answer to that. If you can speak on that. If you want to speak on that.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Okay, so let's say we don't call him prophet. We just call him Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali brought us everything it takes to save a nation. Noble Drew Ali brought the Holy Quran. Do you read that?
Noble Kudjo.
Do you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple? Do you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple?
I guess that question is still there and nobody could answer.
Do you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple?
You can't make up nothing with that. You gotta tell the truth.
I'm asking you a question. Do you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple? Simple question.
He said it.
Do you read that?
Is it that what CM Bay saying is a contradiction to what Noble Drew Ali is saying?
What do you mean? How is it a contradiction? Because in order for you to be Great Seal, according to CM Bay, according to CM Bay,
appointed himself prophet.
According to CM Bay.
Mute your mic, Kudjo.
Because Kudjo wanted to talk. He wasn't trying to hear nobody. He was just trying to talk over people. And I muted your mic with speak.
That's always been the issue. We're not here to argue. Remember, the ancestors did this. Why they did it, we are not them to answer that. But it had been done. And it's for us, this generation, to correct what they did wrong. You know, that's like me. I could be Prophet Drew Ali in this time because I'm dealing with this situation right now. So maybe I came back to correct it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if we could look at it like that and stop trying to admonish what we don't know nothing about, but we know now that all of our ancestors knew about nationality. Marcus Garvey, Drew Ali, Bob Marley. All of these motherfuckers knew about nationality, but they signed an agreement. And the agreement what they signed is for us not to rise. And we're following, I'm not following their step because we out of there. Remember, there's things that they were hiding that's out now. Ain't nothing hiding now. So if we're going to harbor the fuckery that they did, then how are we going to get it straight? And if I'm not speaking of no one other than self, because how can I hold another man's nuts and I know nothing of it? You understand what I'm saying? I have to know, and the only nuts I could hold is my own. That's the only nuts I could hold. I can't hold other man nuts. And if y'all say, oh yeah, I got nuts, my 2 ovaries. Yeah. But you know, it's just to say we who's here now, we have to be civil. We have to humble ourselves. Yeah, we all have a lot of knowledge. Let's give it to us. That might be what is confusing everything. We got too much knowledge that we now need to sit and put this thing together. Because first of all, it can't be that ancestors' writings and teaching is telling us that there is no prophet and Muhammads and prophets came from Dutch. No matter how many times we repeat this to say, okay, let's read it. We could just read it, and here comes someone telling us about a prophet. I'm like, oh my God, what heart did they not understand that was inflicted on us by the Dutch Anglo-Saxons? And if you professing that, then you're part of it.
Prophets been around before Dutch Anglo-Saxons. What are you talking about? Prophets isn't some. Prophets isn't some new thing. Were you there? Were you there?
I don't know nothing about that.
Were you there?
I don't know nothing about that.
Were you there? How you know somebody didn't change CMB's writing?
I know. Okay, hold on.
How do you know somebody didn't change CMB's writing?
Hold on. Let's get some order, because you can't go back and forth at the Empress like that when she's asking a question.
She's not asking a question.
How could you speak on a man when we looking at the writing on the wall?
How you know that was CMB's writing? Just like how do you know that's Noble Juali's writing?
Hold on 1 second. Aren't you under that Zodiac Constitution?
Why am I? What do you mean? Am I under the Zodiac Constitution?
Aren't you signed to that Zodiac? Don't you? Ain't that your Constitution as well?
Divine Constitution is my Constitution as well.
Okay, so
what are you saying?
That somebody plagiarized CMB's writing?
Bro, I know for a fact from going to the Library of Congress myself. I went to the Library of Congress to go get my filings. I went to go get it. And when I went to the Library of Congress, hold on a second. When I went to the Library of Congress, the secretary at the Library of Congress told me personally that Nakeem Bey removed things from Library of Congress in order for people to go through him to get it. I know that for a fact because I went there myself. That's why I don't trust Moors like that.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. So I don't know if anybody changed stuff.
If he did.
Not if he did that, because when I called him after I went there and she told me that and I called him, he verified that he did that. And he started to tell me about, hold on a second, Nakeem Bey, who's Clock of Destiny right now, who's harboring all of CMB's stuff and having you go join him in order to be part of Great Seal, which is supposed to be an open thing for everybody to go to. That's why CMB filed it in the Library of Congress, because it's public record. So don't tell me any stuff about am I this and am I that, am I part of this and that. I've been in this movement.
So let me respond to you.
I've been in this movement. No, hold on a second. My point to all you Moors on here is don't categorize me with other individuals because you see them doing fuck shit, and because I'm called Moor Science Temple, that means I'm affiliated with the fuck shit that they're doing. Stop the BS. I'm telling you who I am and who we are out here.
Hold on, Noble, hold on, because see, it's a communication barrier up in here. But I'm never saying that you are them.
Bro, that's what the mother just said. That's what the mother just said.
Hold on.
The mother just said that.
I make sense. I try to make sense out when a man speaks. I asked you, are you a party to that Constitution? You said yes.
Yeah.
You then told me that Hakeem, the Freemason, took some shit off of the record in Congress.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Could be. All right?
So that disqualifies him, right? Doesn't that disqualify him? Doesn't that disqualify him?
But no. Hold on, good brother. Let me finish. That does not disqualify this man's fucking writing.
Not the writing. I'm talking about Nakeem Bey. Doesn't that disqualify Nakeem Bey?
I ain't talking about Hakeem Bey. You run around the corner on me. You paying for the LA Dodgers. What I'm saying is, are you a party to Article 7 in that fucking treaty?
I'm a party to all of it. What do you mean? Am I a party to what are you talking about?
Okay. If you're a party to Article 7, what does Article 7 say?
What does Article 1 say? What does all the articles say? Like what's your point?
What does Article 7 say, Good Noble? Because I want to make a point. I'm trying to make my point. You're a party to it. What does Article 7 say?
Because I don't know what type of games you people are playing.
Hold on. I'll get it and I'll read it out for you.
I don't know what game you guys are playing. Okay, here it is. Article 7. The Moorish Americans' freedom and legal in the Christian Union courtroom. In the Christian Union courtroom, the Moors cannot be forced to remove their red fez from their heads, nor can they be forced to raise their hand and take an oath over the Christian Bible. Neither can Moors, the Bays and Els, employ white or Negro lawyers to represent them. The reason for this is that white people and their Negro slaves definitely cannot represent free Moorish Americans. The Negro is property of the Union slaveholders. The Moors must respect the court by saying, "I affirm." Here, the court has no jurisdiction over them, which automatically makes them qualified to defend themselves by their Zodiac Constitution law and their mathematical number 9. The number 9 corresponds from the letter I, based on the 9 months from conception to birth, which makes you yourself the great I am, the first and the highest law of self, the protection and self-preservation in harmony with your Zodiac 12 signs, unchanged constitution, moral law of 360 degrees squared by your number 9. The Moorish Zodiac Constitution is referred to in Christian mythology as the Holy Quran or Al-Quran, meaning the earth, the moon, the sun, and the 7 planets, or the chronology zodiac record of the Moorish nation of the North Gate, North America. The name Muhammad, prophet, religion, God, church, temple, and mosque were established by Dutch Anglo-Saxon priesthood Franciscan fathers of North who overthrew the Moorish Society of Islam between 1789 and the Union of 1863. The Moors, the Bays, and Els must never attempt to lecture in the Christian institutions, namely church, temple, mosque, school, and hall. This is the violation of the Union Society States Right Magna Carta of Code of Mary and Christ. The truth of the Moorish Zodiac Constitution and moral human principle definitely conflicts with the Christian Union customs, doctrine, and Magna Carta from every angle. Nor do not criticize the white people's belief in the religion of their son and woman image. Nor do not ever attempt to influence the white people to accept the oral truth and principles of our 12 signs of the Zodiac constitutional law, because the Magna Carta is a Latin phrase meaning magnate charta of white people's economic and social attraction, only which had its beginning in the colonies of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois in 1848 and 1854. If the lawmakers of the 15 Union States of North America should attempt to ignore the Moorish American Zodiac law, the birthrights of this Constitution, it would be an act of supreme violation of their own Magna Carta code.
Okay. Supreme violation.
What supreme violation?
Supreme violation if you break that, if you go in these churches and temples and synagogues and shit, and prophets and shit.
What do you mean, and prophets and shit? What do you mean?
He's saying it right there. You can't. When you read that, what did you get from that article?
What I got from the article was what it says in the title. And what it says in the title is that, and what it says, and what it
says, no prophets, Dutch, and it comes from the Dutch Anglo-Saxon. I mean, what? No temples, all that shit comes from the Dutch Anglo-Saxons in 17, whatever. What are we doing?
So yeah, but everybody knows that prophet is a sharif. Everybody knows prophet is a Mahdi.
Whoa, wait a minute. We just went around the damn corner again.
Went around what corner? How are you gonna say? That's why I asked you if you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple. Because the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple was divinely prepared by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So I'm asking you, do you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple, or don't you? Because that was brought to you by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, according to that.
It came from the Aquarian Gospel. It came from the Aquarian Gospel. Do you read the planets and the stars? There's no need for that.
Do you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple or the Moorish Holy Temple of Science? You don't?
No.
So you don't read that book? All right. Conversation's over. Peace, Morris.